love and light. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so we're going to be talking about the movie Fractured. It's a Netflix movie. This movie was really good. And like, I'm not really even into movies like that because my attention span it be too much going on. I be on my phone. I be asking mad questions. But this movie was a really good movie. So if you like me and you get easily distracted when you watching movies, it's hard for you to kind of pay attention and shit because you be thinking about other shit. And movies just is not the same. You know, cuz I'm not like an action movie kind of girl. Like, I'm not into the Marvel. I'm not into like none of that shoot 'em up shit. I'm not into none of that. I like psychological thrillers. I like suspenseful movies, like nothing that's too gory. I don't like I'm not really into horror movies like that. But I love a good movie. So I'm really sorry, I be looking around cuz I be. But I'm really into movies that make me think. So I was like looking for something to watch on Netflix, and somebody had put that this movie on Netflix called Fractured is really good. So I was like, oh, all right. Like Netflix be coming out with the good movies, so let me see what's up with it. The last movie review I think I did on my channel was the Marlon Wayans movie. And that movie was pretty good or whatever. So, but this is a different kind of movie. So I was like, all right, let me review it because it was that good. Like, I had to talk about it. Like, I had to review it. So we're going to start off from the very beginning. Oh, if you did not see the movie and you watching my video, I'm going to go ahead and give it away for you. I'm not even going to front. So if you watching my video and you did not see the movie yet, then I'm definitely going to be giving away the movie. So if you want to watch the movie first, then come look at my video. Or if you want to still vibe with me and watch my review, that's cool too. Stay tuned. All right, so the movie starts off with this couple in a car. It looks like and later on in the movie you're going to see that they were either driving from somewhere or coming from somewhere. So they're in a car, they're driving or whatever. They have a little girl in the back. The wife is in the passenger seat. The husband's driving. The wife is nagging, and you know how we do sometimes, just nagging, being a little annoying or whatever. The little girl's in the back. She don't hear nothing. She got her headphones on. Typical family shit, regular shit that happens on a road trip. Nothing too crazy. But here's where it takes a turn. So the little girl says, "Daddy, I have to go tinkle. I have to use the ladies' room." Okay, cool. So they pull over to this gas station, and the mother gets out. The mother gets out, takes the little girl to the bathroom. The father stays inside. I think the little girl had like an iPad or something that she was playing with, and the batteries went dead. So she asked him to go in there and see if they had more batteries. So he tries to buy him I think the wife asks for a soda, so he tries to buy the wife a soda. He tries to buy a little nip of some whiskey or something, the little girl's batteries. He didn't have enough, so he left the batteries. Okay, cool. So they get back in the car. They about to start driving and headed back to where they was going. The little girl says, "Oh, daddy, I forgot my whatever she forgot in the bathroom." So the mother goes they never pulled off yet. So the mother goes in the bathroom to check what the little girl had left while the father is in the back seat. I guess he's cleaning out the car. His coffee spills. He tells the little girl, "Stay right there. Stay right there. Don't wander off." So, and this is the part of the movie that had me really feeling some kind of way. Because when you get out the car and your child is outside the car with you and you tell your child, "Yo, stay right there," you better stay right there where I told you to stay. Why are you wandering off in places that you don't know? Like, okay, but like I said, it's a movie, so you gotta, it's building up the story. I know you like Psy. What the fuck? What's the point? But I'm gonna get to it. It's really good. All right, so the little girl wanders off or whatever, and she gets curious, and this dog appears out of nowhere and starts to kind of like, it's not barking at her, it's not trying to bite her, but it's kind of moving closer to her. So as it's moving closer to her, she's moving back, and the camera pins on her feet. As you can see her moving back, you can see if she was to take a few steps further back, she was going to fall. She was going to fall into something or whatever, because there was like a ledge right there. It was like a construction site or something. So she eventually calls out for her father. He runs to where it's at. He tells her, look, stay calm, don't move. He throws a rock at the dog, scares the dog, I guess scares his daughter too, and she falls back. Yo, when that little girl fell back, I was like, oh. Now, the whole energy of this movie is popping because you know, actually, this is the breaking point in a movie where it starts to pick up. Like, where you start to get that, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Oh my god, what's going on? Like, I like that kind of feeling when I'm watching a movie because I don't like to be real scared. I don't like horror movies. I'm not trying to see a whole bunch of blood and guts and all that shit. And I'm not trying to see no superhero movies. Everybody saving the world, getting the stones. I'm not really into that. So, but anyway, so the little girl falls back. Now, the father automatically jumps in the pit with her and tries, to grab her. But he falls as well. He hits his head. She hits her head as well. The whole time, the mother's in the bathroom looking for whatever she's looking for. So when she comes out, she sees that everybody is in the pit. So she's like, oh my God. She jumps in, tries to, get everybody up. So the father tries to lift the little girl. Now, the little girl is alive, right? So the father tries to lift her. She's like, oh, I'm hurt. No, don't lift me. So he lifts her slowly. They get back into the car. They drive to this hospital. Now, a small detail, when they're at the gas station, the lady that's helping them, she had a really distinguished look. Like, she had red hair, short red hair, white lady. You could tell if you was to see her again somewhere else, you could be like, oh, that's the lady I saw here. You know how some people, when you meet them, they just have that certain kind of look. Like, if I was to see you somewhere else, I know that's you. Like, not a lot of people look like you. Kind of like me, but I'm just saying. But so they drive to the hospital. Now, when they walk into the hospital was mad crowded. Mad shit going on. Mind you, his daughter just fell into a pit. There's mad stuff going on. He's trying to get her seen as soon as possible. So he, when he gets there, he keeps coming up to the front desk. What's happening? Who's going to see my daughter? When is she going to get admitted? Can y'all help her? We had an accident. So they finally take the little girl back. A doctor checks the little girl, make sure that she's good and everything. So, when he's at the hospital, now this is another thing that made me kind of be like, do. Now, when you go to the hospital, they got to check your insurance information and type some shit in. What's your name? What's your birthday? What's your social? Da-da-da-da-da. So they're asking him a lot of questions. Like, questions that is like, why? What's your blood type? They bring up his previous wife's name. Her name was Annabelle. She had passed away. He's like, what? No, because I guess she was on the insurance, and I guess he didn't have the... Whatever happened, how they brought up Annabelle. So they're asking him a lot of questions. So he gets irritated. Bang. And then they eventually take the little girl up to get a CAT scan. You hit your head or something, or you have like any type of head injury, they take you to get a CAT scan. So the people who took her to get the CAT scan, they said only one parent can go. So he stays back. He watches them get on the elevator. So as he's getting on the elevator, he notices that it goes LL. I guess that stands for lower lobby. So they're going down. So here he waits in the lobby. He's waiting for them. It seems like a lot of time had passed. He's in that lobby waiting. And when he finally wakes up, I guess since he hit his head, he probably fell asleep in the lobby waiting for his family. So when he finally gets up and comes to, he's like, okay, I noticed that they didn't come back yet. It's been hours. Where's my wife and my daughter? Like, where they at? So he's basically searching everything, talking to people. They're acting like they don't know what he's talking about. They make it seem like the daughter and the wife never came to the hospital. That's the crazy part. That's when I was like, oh, what's happening? I know they got in that elevator. Yo, that man was talking to people. He was like, I remember you. They're like, oh, the shift changed. If you worked in a hospital or you've been to a hospital or whatever, when that shift changes, it's whole new people, whole new shit going on. Everything's new. So they're like, oh, the shift changed. We don't really know what happened. We don't have any record. And eventually they make it seem like he's going crazy. Like, we don't have any record of your daughter and your wife ever being in this hospital. We have record of you coming here for a head injury, but we never seen your wife and your daughter come in here. So a lot of people seem a little sketchy to me. As you're watching this movie, you like, damn, that's fucked up. What they did to his wife and his daughter, like what's going on? So So he's searching. So he eventually leaves the hospital and he flags down these two officers. So the officers come with him in the hospital. Like they say, this man is saying that y'all have his wife and his daughter somewhere in this hospital. That he came in with them, and now y'all telling him that they not here. So the cops are searching around. Everybody is making it seem like he's going fucking crazy. One of the cops, the black guy, I believe he starts to believe him. Like, okay, get your shit together. Like, we're gonna figure out what happened. So eventually they bring a psychologist in, and they have this idea to take him back to the scene of the accident, like where he said they're gonna retrace his steps. Yeah, stopped at this gas station. Yeah, came to the hospital. Now you're saying that they not here. What's happening? So at that point, I'm starting to think like, okay, this movie is giving me Sutter Island vibes. You ever seen that movie Sutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he came into the psychiatric place like a detective and left the patient? It was a lot. It was one big mind fuck. But I like movies like that. So it was giving me those kind of vibes. So as they checking everything, they brought him back to the scene. The psychologist starting to break him down, telling him what really happened to his family, or I feel like they was all conspiring against him. Now the whole time in the movie, he's thinking that they're harvesting people's organs, that they're, doing stuff to people who's coming into this hospital, and that's why they have the wife and the daughter locked up, because they're trying to take their organs and shit. So that's what he's thinking. So he eventually sees, now they back at the scene of in the gas station. So he eventually sees the same dog that scared his daughter. That's what kind of breaks him out of that trance that he was in. Like, hold up, no, that's not what happened. So he snatches a cop's gun, rounds them all up inside some little thing, goes back to the hospital, and now he's on a mission to find what happened. Now he got a gun, so now he feel like, I'm big man now. Like, y'all not gonna do nothing to me now. So he eventually puts on a doctor's coat, walking around the hospital trying to cover the fact that his face is still bloody from the fall. He's trying to hide the gun. He's walking around the hospital. And then he gets in the elevator and he tries to press it to go to the lower lobby, and you needed a key to get there. So he's like, fuck. So then he sees a security guard, the mean security guard that was making it seem like it was nothing and all that. He sees him in the elevator. Bang. He chokes this man out in the elevator. They fought in the elevator. The gun is sliding. They fucking each other up. The dude, Ray, who's looking for his family, eventually chokes out the security guard of the hospital, gets his keys, goes down to the lower lobby. So you like, yeah, he about to get his family back. That's what's up. So he's walking and he sees, it looks like a strange part of the hospital. So at this point, you like, that's fucked up that they really took his family. They really made it seem like he was going crazy. Everybody who he seen at the hospital that day before was acting like they didn't know who he was, that he just came in for a head injury. So he eventually busts open into this room where he sees his daughter laying on the table like they about to cut her open and take her organs and shit. So he shoots the gun like, nah, you're not taking my daughter. You're not taking my daughter. Fuck that. Then he sees his wife. Like sitting on another part in a wheelchair. So he gives his wife the daughter, and he pushes them out. Now the whole time the doctors are like, Ray, calm down. It's not what you're making it seem. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Calm down. This is not what it seems. So he basically shoots like a gas line. I guess one of the mean nurse that was checking him in when he first came in, she tried to grab the gun from him, but nah, he shot some shit up. It blew up it made the room have like a fire in it. He get his wife and his daughter out. He eventually pushes them in a wheelchair out the door, out the hospital. You think he puts them in a car. The little girl is like, Daddy, am I okay? Are we going home now? So you think that everything's lit. You think that everything is popping. You think that everything is going to be okay. And so as they riding down the road like they was doing before, and he looks back and he's singing a song like, everything's okay, honey, the view starts to change. It starts to get more grim, more dark. And you see that in his back seat is not his wife and his daughter. It looked like a patient, like somebody who he just ripped out of surgery. So then you like, fuck. So then the movie goes back and it shows you what really happened, yo. The whole thing was in his head. The whole thing was in his head. That's crazy. So they did stop at the gas station. The little girl did fall, hit her head, but she passed away from her injuries instantly right there. The wife, I guess, seen what happened and is fussing at him. What the fuck? What happened? Oh my God. He mushes her and her head gets impaled in a nail. So the wife passes away and the daughter. So he basically rounds their bodies up and puts them in the trunk of his car. Then he drives himself to the hospital to get checked for his head injuries. But the big crazy part about this whole movie, and why I really wanted to kind of do this review and touch on a few other things, he was hallucinating the whole time. His mind was creating an alternate reality to shield himself from the trauma that he just experienced. Call me psychologist side, because I just made all of that up. Nah, but for real though, he basically the daughter fell. He pushed the wife. The wife fell on a nail. He didn't mean to kill them. You know, he didn't kill the daughter. He didn't mean to kill the wife, and he drove himself to the hospital to get checked. But while he's driving to the hospital, he's hallucinating that he's driving his daughter and wife to the hospital so that the daughter can get checked out. It was all in his mind. I guess his mind couldn't, you know, when traumatic things happen to you, your mind protects you by creating a barrier, like an alternate reality, so you don't have to deal with that trauma. So if you ever decide to tap back into your childhood and a lot of stuff doesn't really come up, it's because your mind is protecting you from reliving that moment again. Don't get me to talking about that, because we could talk about that too. But yeah, he was imagining the whole thing. The hospital never took his wife and his daughter. It was just, it's a movie that just shows how powerful the mind is and how you have to always, you know, take care of yourself. It was a crazy movie. It was a really good movie. If you watched it, if you watched the movie, leave a comment below. If you didn't watch the movie but you enjoyed my review, leave a comment below. If you just fuck with me, leave a comment below. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. And love and light. And I'm going to be back in the next video. I'm going to be doing some more videos, doing some more things. So, yes. All right. Have a good day. Bye.